It is way different than Aki's
Is he like mana leak first?
No, he is like illuminate you from behind you, sort of keeper.
Brilliant.
Okay, first player to get 60 less, 50 less hits. Who does not have an Iron? Who does have an Iron Talon? I see Sam with an Iron Talon. So I guess we will go with Shadow. Shadow seems reasonable. Blink's also reasonable. I'm going with Shadow. See him with the first Roshan kill. Oh, that's the easy one. Highest amount of physical damage a hero will do another hit. I do not see any crit heroes, so I will go with... you know, I actually thought for a brief second that Naga had crit because of the old Naga. I briefly glanced, I was like, oh, no, she does not.
So highest amount of physical damage in one hit.
There could be a Rapier in this game, though.
You could get, like, well, do you get Daedalus at all on Wind Ranger from Wings?
Oh, you do, actually.
So, with the buff up as well, like, I would lean towards that.
But
it'd still only be, like, 500 max, and that's with a double damage rune. Yeah, I'm actually going to say she's going to get herself a double damage rune and go that way.
I'm going 0 to 500. Total number of player deaths by 10.
I really want to say 0 to 5.
I'm going to say 6 or 10. 6 or 10 just seems safer.
It seems safer. I'm just... Yeah, I got a feeling this is going to be a very, very passive start to the game. So I'll lock in with 0 to 5. It looks like a defensive lane. 2 sentries. Keeper of the Light's going to make sure he gets his jungle. Make sure they get the mid ward. And, well, there's your first
Okay, haven't seen his keeper.
Mana leak to start with. Faith. He'll have to wait this one out. He's still got a Fairy Fire available. Already consumed up his wind run. Has to cut through the tree line to get his way out. And that's going to be first blood spilt in 15 seconds. The Naga Siren got there in time as well to get the last hit. So life just got a hell of a lot better for him.
And it will be a Naga plus IO lane in the mid.
And that up against the Medusa. What do we get then down that bottom? So Shadow gets a complete bare lane.
Get that 50 CS, buddy.
Okay, this is such a... Like, up against Timber Souls, I can see this working harder. Demon, alright. Faith actually does some decent damage to him. However, Wind Run's on cooldown, and Cuckoo's enough. Demon jukes it around the tree lines. Eyesight trying to catch up to Keeper of the Light. Now Faith burning up the south. It will get cancelled, but Demon hits the creep wave. He's going to die in the tree lines. Nothing can prevent this.
I miss watching Jimmy. This is just Jimmy in a nutshell.
The older classic Jimmy was I walk with the Tidehunter and I just sit in the tree line and I soak up experience.
You know what Jimmy would have actually done there? Or what he should have done is drop a tree behind him so that no one could have followed him. He still hasn't gotten used to the Iron Branch tree drops.
Very true. He still would have died because Ice was rotating around the front.
Yeah, maybe he just didn't want to waste that 50 gold.
Stat is obviously more important. He's also one of the old school guys, so carrying Elite Branch is also natural.
Not Elite Branch, it's a GG branch, Toby. It is not. Who has called it Elite Branch ever?
I remember that being called in Dota 1 in Southeast Asia.
Okay, you need a Dota 1, Dota 1 lore 101 lesson 2, Toby. Elite Branch? Where did you even get this?
I don't know, don't ask me. Don't ask me what's in my head. Like, I swear, like half of my childhood memories are just distortions. Io, gonna walk over to Ice. He's got enough for a Void. Io obviously has enough for a Tether. They're coming over towards Faith, so... Well, there you go, with a Tether over, is gonna team up with Cuckoo. More TP supports coming in. Faith dying in the hedges as Ice still looking for a revenge over towards the Io with the help of the Dazzler. He will claim it. So we end up having a safe lane tri-lane versus a safe lane aggro lane for just a split second. I mean, off lane aggro. You throw me, when you're gonna throw me completely, Ben.
You just called me when?
I know, I did.
I have a W in my last name, so I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
It wasn't even that. Were
you about to call me Wind Ranger? I don't know.
It's like not. You're Wind Runner. Demon.
What a shackle.
No trouble. And with the damage, Faith did so perfectly.
So this is a different flavor of the offlane Wind Ranger, the 201. No points in power shot, which is, I think, okay when you have a Drow Ranger, because you can just rely on the focus fire for damage, or even just straight right clicks without any focus fire, which is what
exactly what he
Faith is
did
doing right now. Yeah.
that extra hold time, he may not have actually got the kill over onto Demon.
And now Demon has shifted down to the bottom lane, trying to slow down Shadow's farm. Who will break the 50 CS mark first?
All right, now it looks like Axe is still pretty well on the mark to that. He hasn't been contested into his own jungle. Almost got the Tranquil boost, level 5.5 in under 4 minutes on the Axe. Looking very, very good. And he can just sit here. No one's really advancing forward. They blocked up the camp, so, okay, well that Observer Ward of the Diocese is not going to last very, very long.
And now...
Rune run.
Invisibility.
It's nighttime.
And Wings has not been doing a good job of keeping the runes away from the Wisp, at least not that top rune. Innocence.
Found the Invis rune, but they don't really have a lot to work with here. There's no mana for Medusa to even fire off a Mystic Snake in this.
She has her bottle coming.
That'll be useful then.
Innocence may be looking for a chicken sniper, or actually maybe looking to kill a low HP X, but little does he know that X is alive and healthy. Maybe looking for a free Tranquils on the ground. That is always something that you have to consider when playing versus an X, but he does not have Tranquils yet, at least not in his inventory.
Have to wait a little bit longer for it. Now, the block of this camp, are they going to now put down a sentry or anything?
Oh,
they have
a chicken snipe there. That was. He only got 1 hit. It would take 4 hits for him to kill that.
Confidence. Now they can actually find the Axe. They've already used their stun, however, so the Shadow Wave heal. Oh, that was close, but not close enough for Wings to find the kill.
And that was very smart of him to have a TP on for him that entire time. And I must say, TNC is doing quite well in this early game. Drow Ranger not really having the impact that you would hope for with the Drow Ranger aura in this early game, mostly because of the Axe farming a ton.
Life's about to become a lot easier for Shadow, and this is where you'll see him crack his 50 CS a lot quicker. Primarily, he'll hit level 6. So everybody gets a buff. You get a buff, and you get a buff. Everybody gets a buff.
Are you Oprah now?
I would be Oprah if I was Drow. There's level 6 up. Axe gonna try and have a run at this one. He does have level 6, so Shallow Grave will not be enough to save Shadow. But there's 2 points up in the Shadow Wave, and that's gonna give Drow Ranger a lot to fight with. Not to mention the cold arrows. She doesn't even need to move to do this, and they're fighting her when she's got so much bonus damage. Demon into the tree line, he'll go down as well. The Shadow Wave from Innocence will do the work, and what a great time to rotate. You lose 2 heroes like this. Creep Wave's kicking in. Faith's already here with Focus Fire. That tier 1 tower on bottom lane should die straight after.
And another rune goes the way of the IO. A haste rune this time, helping the Naga sustain. And looking for that, the twofer.
Look at the damage output. They got to fortify. Delay a little bit of the time, but Focus Fire lasts for so long, the fortification doesn't really slow down much.
Come on, Shadow. Get that last 7 CS.
He'll get there, man.
Is under attack.
Power actually counts the CS. Nice.
Let's see what Cuckoo's going for. Looks like he's saving up a lot of gold. Early BOTs may not be the best choice this game because he does have a recall available to him as well as a relocate. But it is the standard for PLs nowadays. Although early defusal, I don't think he could go wrong with.
That would be pretty good. And he needs somebody to get through the Medusa shield.
That they do.
That will be a very big help.
I think it also helps kill the Wind Ranger. Come on,
I freaked out because I heard the Axe. I'm like,
oh, Naga's gonna get it. Oh, no, Naga, no, miss. Oh, no.
We are incorrect on predictions.
How did Naga get for CS though? Iron Talon.
Could be Iron Talon. It could have also been farming inside the jungle. If I don't know if she had Illusion up there or not. If they burned
Axe has mostly been in the jungle though.
Yeah. Axel has a lot of farm on him too.
What is Wind Ranger going for with this Ring of Regen? Mech?
Force?
Force?
Force is also great up against like...
It's old school build though.
It is.
I think it might be Mech. That seems more likely, given that they want to push it in the game early. I don't think you want to go late game versus PL and Naga.
They don't really have a good mech carrier as well, do they? Like you do have a lot of heal coming in from the Dazzle, but then that's relying on Dazzle getting a lot of money. But Innocence has managed to pick up 2 kills so far.
Oh, Shackle comes out on a Cuckoo. Focus Fire to follow.
And a doppelganger up. Ice tries to know which one's the real one. Of course, Cuckoo, the furthest one away from him. They find the kill, the call. They were both far enough away. The mana leak, Ice will have to take the stun. He's still got 5-6 charges up his sleeve, which he can trigger and just get himself out. Or he can just get himself out the old-fashioned way. AKA run it, leg it, shadow wave damage. A little bit too much for the Axe to deal with because he walked into the middle of the creep wave.
That was nice positioning by Faith right there. They were trying to go for the Cole onto the Night Stalker, but because of the Wind Ranger's positioning, the X could not run south to the tree line. Very smart.
It's gonna just be a casual ring as well for the Wind Ranger. Just saying, like, he can get the 4-star later and just hold a casual ring. It's something which Dendi used to do with his off lanes, except he would buy the full ring of health when it was available there. He's like, I just needed it, so I got it.
That's true. I was considering maybe you get like a Lotus Orb to deal with the mana leak in this situation, but I don't think it's enough to warrant it. And the T1s will start falling. You see that illuminate from Jimmy? That's yeah.
He hits Innocence nice and hard. But he also reveals the fact that he's up there. They're like, okay, maybe we should have a look. TP only now comes off cooldown, and the damage from Shadow will be more than enough, so Demon accepts his death.
He just stays there? I thought he was just going to go and freeze the TP.
TP was on cooldown.
Yeah, but it just cooled down, though.
Yeah, he could have technically run in deeper, and they wouldn't have had a stun for him, actually.
They're pinging out on Raven, but...
It's just Ice saying hello. While it's daytime, he's not really interested in this. He's just trying to zone him out. Like, why would you... Like, you're so good with wings lineup. You can attack on every single front. The Medusa's getting so much farm in mid too, and you're about to take out the tier 1 tower. Like, this is it. Okay. Boom, done. You got that one correct as well, didn't you?
What? 6 or 10? Yep.
Yeah. Well done.
I was watching that mid deny, just like you. It's like, oh, is he gonna get it? Or not quite enough. Wow, she hits hard. Plus 72 damage?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, does she have... Okay. I was waiting for the Alpha Wolf. Like, when you get a Helm of the Dominator, like, you can just start stacking up, which is what she's got there. She's stacking up Ancients. So it's really easy to quick farm that way. But if you're looking to force and down the towers really quickly, having an Alpha Wolf in combination with the Medusa and your Aura, it is so brutal.
Yeah, this Medusa is proving very troublesome for any TNC hero that wants to farm the mid lane. Ice sweeping around looking for a low HP hero. He will find the Naga, but maybe not quite sure which one is the real one.
I actually wonder if the two, if they go the Dragonlance style.
Oh, going in for a Shackle right now.
When it's darkness. Naga doesn't even see this coming. The Shackle hits perfectly with the Focus Fire. The Naga is gone. She finds a Radiance Refi before death. That was definitely not the dream. You lose your Naga, and now your tier 2 tower is also under siege.
There's no point in even buying the Radiance recipe right now because you would have lost the same amount of gold anyways. So maybe just a knee-jerk reaction coming out from the Naga Siren, and...
Wow, Ice, he's really going ham. That's underneath the tier 3 tower to try and catch Jimmy out, but Ice, TP, do they have enough? They can't burn the mana in time. So he's able to escape.
That's the way you deal with Keeper of the Light. You run at him and make sure that he can't just sit behind the tower and just channel his little beam of light. And you'll see Clockwork, Slarks, Night Stalkers, Life Stealers, these sort of heroes just run at you past the T2 or T3 or wherever it may be. Spirit Breaker. Yeah.
A hero we have not seen so far.
No, he'll be picked. You know
eventually.
Why? Wings picks him.
With the Darkseer. With the Darkseer? Should be with the Darkseer. SP and Darkseer are just so much fun to watch. Shadow's now taking the ancient stack of TNC after he did it himself. All the money in the world coming in for the draw. And is it the... No, he's actually going to go Shadowblade. It's a Shadowblade draw. No quick ags on Shadow. No Dragon Lance as well on Shadow, because I was waiting for the double Dragon Lances with Medusa, as well as Dro, as I don't want to say Wind Ranger as well, but they could easily take high ground.
From behind. I think it's because they want to find out the Naga. Shadowblade is like imperative, I think, when you want to catch out a Naga. Blink is not enough. Radiance Burn will whittle you down and stop your Blink Dagger and give you vision.
Demon's going to illuminate through the Medusa. Minimal damage. The Dazzle still sitting behind him.
She has drums. Like, they're waiting for them to go on to Blink.
Wings again, back to what they did in Game 1 up against EG, just reading the movements of their opponents really well. Their observer wards also, like, they know what they're up against on the top lane. Ice is pushing their top tower too. Just seems like a little bit too easy.
But there's a relocate coming in. Oh, he misses the blink.
That's troublesome. Charge. Ice is getting mana leaked up. He won't survive through this one. Looking for revenge on Io. He will not be able to claim it, but that was not the easiest execution for TNC.
And they relocate the West back down to the bottom lane. He's at critical HP though. We'll get a little bit of a boost with the bottle charges.
Gives a little bit to Raven, then TP's home. This at least means they can come from behind and cause some problems for the Medusa. She seems very, very comfortable with her position.
Yeah, the net worth is getting out of control for Wings just slightly at this point. Naga Siren is kind of farmed, but with all these towers, with Roche pretty available for Wings at the moment, I don't know how much time TNC's going to get this
like
game.
A shadow. He gets in close. Arrow first, straight in the gust. The damage output won't be enough thanks to Demon being here. Gives a blinding light. They still want to chase a little bit further, but now a little bit too deep. A double call. Return from Max. Innocent down with dunk number 1. They look for Shadow. The gust back wasn't enough space. Nope, there's dunk number 2.
Yep, he got level 11 off of that, and that will be enough to call him. Without the level 11, might have been a little bit close, but Demon being in the right place at the right time, that blinding light saving the Phantom Lancer from certain death.
And now they can try and push into the tier 1 tower on top. Meanwhile, Wings plan for the long game. A hand of Midas is now flowing in for Faith. This Wind Ranger really wants to have some big items, some big levels later on. Looks like Medusa as well, preparing for a little bit more late. Got Yasha.
Oh, she always prepares late.
Yeah, true. I just think, like, when you have a Drow Ranger, like, you always lean towards, like, well, when are they going to push between that 25 to 30 minute mark, if not a little bit earlier?
With their other 2 cores, they're completely okay. And I think what's more important is that they're able to farm out both Ancients at the moment. Demon looking to change that, though, with an Observer Ward on that high ground.
Down 2 on either side. Innocence walks in. Faith still in the neighborhood. Relocate's coming. Shackle onto the axe, but already Innocence down. Faith trying to focus fire into the Io, but now he gets mana leak. Starts the TP, called in range, and that's going to stop it out. Where they quick dunk. The axe will find the kill.
Blinding light yet again. This spell is so good. Actually, Keepers is really good.
Wings go on the hunt themselves. They got an Observer Ward down. They understand what they're up against. They understand how low that Io is. So Ice is on the run for it. The tier 1 tower was brought down in the meantime by PL. They really need to get this Io home. Yeah, he actually gives the smoke over to Demon so he can grab a TP scroll and get back. Just in the nick of time as well. Wings. Nice Soccer was just behind him. But this does, of course, leave Demon stranded. He starts his own TP. Oh, Demon.
Oh! Silence? Why the silence? Maybe misclick right there.
Yeah, meant to be voiding him to cancel that TP. There's now Axe. Sees Shadow. Shadow sees him. 1 cold arrow will slow him down. Starts the call. Will give him a little bit of extra armor.
And that's the Radiance, an early Radiance coming up from TNC 16.5 minutes in. And PL slowly getting there. He's gone for the defusal first. And now they actually have a lot of damage and can deal with the push. We see a smoke coming out from Axe and Keeper of the Light. Looking to assault these heroes on the top lane.
Well, they're going to find one. Again, it's going to be Innocence caught out. This will be his 3rd death of the game. Just locked on the ramp area. Cello Grave won't save you from the Axe. It's now Wings. They come down the hill, moving towards the Axe. Don't find him to find the Io in the western side of the river. Heavy damage arriving from Wings.
Yep. Try for the relocate out. But that Shadow Blade pop damage. Too much.
Kuki's going to take the bottom tower in the meantime. Fade's looking for a denial, not going to get it. Shackle actually connects on the PL. Doesn't have a lot to fight with, but with the extra help from the Drow Ranger and the Gust, as he got him, goes the PL, doppelganger's away. Fade's one-shoters won't keep him alive.
That defusal though. Immediate defusal of the Gust.
Make sure they can fight the fight another day. Cuckoo, where's the stun? The damage! Oh, Shadow need to attack a little bit earlier. You got that extra damage that comes from the Shadow Blade, but it wasn't enough. Now Slog with the Siren, preparing on the Medusa. They isolate, they surround, and they dunk.
What happened?
Wings are falling
What
apart.
happened?
They have a pretty sizable net worth lead, but they didn't actually go for the normal Dro trajectory. Normally, you do Roche, you push some more towers, but they went for the Shadow Blade ganks around the map, and TNC were more than prepared despite it being relatively revealed.
And now TNC hit that wonderful point where the Naga can be useful. It doesn't mean that TNC win this game by any stretch. We still have to say
It's time for Axe Maelstrom.
yeah. This is the nice way for Dro Ranger to head. You get some good clearance. The high ground defense from Wings is unbelievable if you can get that Axe up as well. They can just clear everything. They got good vision. Their mid game is wonderful. Transition to late game with the Medusa is also really, really good. TNC split push is by far superior with the Naga and the PL.
And
They got
Coddle.
some good jump, and the Coddle with the recall. So both teams have so much to work with. This game isn't going to be over for a very long time at this rate.
Well, they're looking for a smoke right now, but Y actually does not have his medallion in his inventory. It is just in the stash, which could prove to be very problematic if they walk into the scan and
They're
just
on the edge.
narrowly miss.
They're on the edge. If they did go right in for Roshan, they would have hit that scan. But now, they move the Shadow Blade, they get a little bit of vision. They see the Act, they see the Naga.
Oh, that is not the way to initiate.
Yeah.
Now they can't do Roche.
They at least get 2 obs and a sentry down, so they'll know if TNC try and come and fight them, if they do still want to go Roshan.
Yeah, the Naga illusions are constantly scouting it out. I don't think they can do it versus the Naga. Keeper is also very annoying. Not only the blinding light, but also the illuminate inside the pit, and of course the sleep is the real kicker.
Yeah. How to guarantee Roshan when you got no BKBs against the Naga?
Preemptively Stone Gaze?
That's still not going to stop him from grabbing it.
It could. Stand right next to Roche.
Possibly.
Drop some mines.
That's going to be our meme, isn't it, from this whole day? Why? If you had a techies, can't get there.
So let's see what Winter Ranger goes for. A lot of her damage is going to be nullified by the Crimson Guard that was just picked up by the Axe, so Maelstrom likely coming out from her soon too. We see Maelstrom already coming out on a Drought Ranger and just 100 gold.
TI6 really didn't want to stick around after that. Misinitiation from the Axe. Instantly bails out. Just keep creating more and more space. This Naga Siren's getting a lot of money. Vanderstar is on its way for the Naga. I say on its way, still being constructed.
Thanks, Toby.
Yeah.
Demon.
I should clarify that you've got not even a full Yasha.
Demon is looking for some plays over here with the recall, trying to set up.
Behind the lines as well, but Isaac here, they got more support. There'll be the Medusa to turn. The Stone Gaze will now come on. They got a lot of heroes here. The Tongue, it was a fraction of a second too early. Song of the Siren stops the fun. As Ice has to wait, the Illuminate will not get the kill. Now Ice, yep, one quick glance, Shadow will arrive. The Axe gets the call, pulling Shadow outside of his invis, has to custom back, and Medusa still in way too deep. Pops the Manasar, tries to break free, but he's just going to stand his ground. The split shot basically reduces the damage to the rest of TNC. They can all tank it as a team. Axel gets the call, and that will hold Medusa there just long enough. There's no culling play, so Shalograve does keep the Medusa up longer, as Axe for some reason decided to go 1-on-4 underneath that tier 2 tower. Cuckoo as well, going up to Shadow, so low! They're barely surviving.
Wow, he gets wrong twice. 1 out of 3 chance, then 1 out of 2 chance, and not get the kill on Cuckoo. Now he's at full HP, and TNC are running them down. They're using the Song of the Siren very, very well. It is, I think, one of the best counters to Medusa Stone Gaze. Like, okay, I'm petrified, but you can't do anything. And Medusa almost never builds BKB, so it is a fine. So she might consider building BKB this game, though, because she is up against a PL and Naga, 2 diffusal carriers, as well as Mana Leak.
At this rate, with the strength of PL and the Medusa and the Naga's going to hit, he's probably going to need a hell of a lot more damage. As
They
well
need
as,
Ags
as
and
well as
Maelstrom.
Radiant's
ability.
middle tower is
Wind
under
Ranger
attack.
building up Maelstrom, but still quite a bit away. He's looking for a kill on Cuckoo.
Nice shackle, really nice shackle. They got to hold him there longer. The crippling fear's available, and Ice doesn't actually use it. They already got the kill, so PL down. Night Stalker now 1,000 gold away from Aghanims.
Oh wow, I did not know he was that farm. And it looks like Keeper might not even be going for the Axe build because there is a Night Stalker in the game. With the Ghost Scepter, still going to be pretty safe from Wings lineup, although there could be the occasional Chain Lightning whittling down his HP. Or Mjolnir.
He's got the money for it too. I'm actually wondering if Faye's considering something else. Oh, nope, there it is.
Nah, you
It's just
definitely
'cause
go Maelstrom.
It's just because he could have bought it before. That's the only question mark I had there. Like if he's going to go something like a Desolator instead.
Maybe he's just saving up his reliable gold.
Possibly.
Although he does have a lot with Midas.
So does Shadow now go into the Axe and just leave it as like
Definitely.
casual Maelstrom? And like he can obviously get Silver Edge later on, he can get the full Mjolnir later on.
I think he needs BKB at some point. You just need to be able to stand there and attack. And without a BKB, it's very difficult. These heroes will just stand on top of you.
If you want the Axe as well, then he won't have an item slot for the BKB. And TP spell, sorry. You'll be short of that.
Throw away the Aquila. Or the Axe.
But that'll be the Axe.
Yeah, that's true. No TP.
Innocence, trouble. As he gets Mana Leak, that's to stand his ground. Medusa will come up. Axe in, a little bit deep here. They want to go. Oh, there's your done. They find the kill over on Innocence. Shackle will keep the Axe out of play for the moment, allowing Wings just to retreat back behind their tier 2 towers.
They've gotten past the hardest part of the game. TNC has. So now it's just a matter of crewing that worth on Naga side and preventing Wings from getting Roche and kiting the crap out of the Medusa and the Drow Ranger, or just getting on top of them and killing them. Both options are available to them. Drow Ranger, however, closing in on the Axe Scepter. She's halfway there.
Oh, that's going to be so big once it arrives. Smoke movement from Wings. All heroes that smoke underneath the tier 2 tower. Obviously, Dazzle's still dead. So Wings just bring everybody they got.
But they do not have the Ags yet on the Night Stalker, so they're running a little blind.
They do have the Observer Ward on bot lane, which sees both Raven as well as EU. And this will allow Ice to have a target. The IO runs straight in, silence, void, and the damage. Oh no, they didn't do enough! The power shot, however, that'll finish the job. Just before the silence wears off, and he could have tethered himself away.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Everyone gets a Maelstrom.
Wow, really? Well, I was actually kind of hoping that Medusa would go something more like a Skadi in this game. Just some kind of like tank with a little bit of damage and control.
Yeah, she's actually one of the few range heroes in this game that do not actually need more AoE because she has Snake and Split Shot, but Maelstrom's pretty good. I think Mjolnir later is also very, very good.
Demons, they're going again. Same play. Recall in, the Blink, Axe right on top of Shadow.
And the BOT, and you can't kill that creep when you're being called. They're using their lineup very well.
TNC, as you said, they're going to come in with a plan. And they're executing beautifully against Wings.
Yeah, they
Still
do a good job.
finishing the job is difficult. Like, everything's still building up to when they can go high ground. And that's going to be, for me, the real test of TNC. Like, spamming illusions is one thing. Wings have really good ways to clear that out now.
So
Radiant's
first
top tower is
Ags
under
of
attack.
perhaps many on the
Radiant's
Wings
top
lineup
tower
coming
has
out.
fallen.
Innocence also buys him a gem, so they'll be able to get rid of all the vision of TNC.
But see, Jimmy's so cheeky with the recall plays in. Like, none of these heroes really feel safe around the map. And now the small stack being taken out by TNC, and they will possess a gold lead as they have for the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, it's not that much. The experience has also been very topsy-turvy.
A lot of farming going on.
Yep. But we expect nothing else in a Naga and a Medusa game. The only other thing we're missing right now is, like...
Radiant's bottom
well,
tower
I would
is
say
under
we need an
attack.
anti-mage in this game.
Throw in some rapiers, spice it up a little bit.
Oh, dude, this is easy rapier game. This is easy rapier lose game as well. But TNC can't do anything with it. Let's give a rapier to a PL. Brilliant. Game 1, huh?
If only, Toby.
You can do a lot with the rapiers on a Medusa, on the Wind Ranger, on the Drow. Drow's got her 2 1k out of it far. Almost able to afford the third.
Night Stalker trying to scout out some wards, but he actually missed the ones on the top lane. Now Blink and Innocence feel a little bit safe to farm. Ice does not actually have a Quelling Blade or an Iron Talon, so he can't take down these high ground wards with ease.
Wow, they're all up there. TNC's actually moving to the bottom lane.
Dire's top tower.
They're coming down to attack. The gem which was purchased by Demon is on the Naga Siren, so all the illusions. Now these wards will survive. Shadow's probably the most out of position hero right now of Wings. He's just trying to get enough to finish up his Aghanim Scepter. But Axos on the Blade Mail on the call, and Drow basically is hitting us off.
She just melted.
Yep. She needs the BKB to go with that Axe. That Axe actually ended up killing her. If the Axe just jumps in any fight.
Yeah,
and now they have another opening.
They need to weave, actually, to deal with this.
Blink, Shackle, perfect latch, Faith. Doesn't have the Drow buff up at the moment, so the damage isn't huge.
And they
but it's
lose
still
a gem.
enough. Oh boy. Yeah, they lost the fresh gem, and now they may even lose their Ire. Blink forward, quick Shackle just trying to control them, and there it is. A double kill for Faith. Great movement on the Wind Ranger, and the Axe looking for some revenge. Stonegaze will force him away. PL wants to try and come in and fight, looking for Innocence in the tree line. And with the weave kicking in, Yellow's got to be a little careful.
Can't run away from the Axe.
Can he? He can.
They have 2 gems though up on Night Stalker.
Wings will let him go. Ice can just put that gem back at base, hold on to one for a rainy day. It also means the TNC can't buy a gem for a very long time.
They need more armor. I think they need like flats plus AC plus Crimson Guard. They already have 1 out of the 3.
Arena's done.
Actually, armor's not that useful because they all have Maelstroms.
So they get a good combination of both physical as well as magical.
But the only magical one's BKB. Technically, I guess you could get Hood or Pipe, but that's not really in the realm of possibility in this game.
Blink just picked up his ultimate orb. So I'm assuming that is him going into the Skadi next, while on bottom lane, nice gun, hits both Demon as well as the Io. Wind Ranger, however, being massively surrounded. Illusions on all sides. It's Ice, however, who's going to lose this gem and give it back to TNC if he's not too careful. The Urn's ticking him down. Innocence will die to the left. But it's Ice, who's just trying to outrun Raven. Won't happen. And the gem,
They just lost everyone. EL just running them down, not really controlled by anyone, did not have enough mana to cast a Stone Gaze, and I must say the Axe is playing phenomenally this game. And a lot of it is due to Demon recalling him into good situations.
They're setting up nicely and he's ready for it. They pick their fights well. So the push comes in.
He still doesn't have the Axe completed on the Drow Ranger. That's absurd. How they can just push high ground now.
But they can because he spent the money on these after there is no buyback. So the tier 3 tower's under attack. Shadow's just trying to get rid of the creep wave on the bottom lane first. Blink, Axe, he's found Innocence. The Shackle, it latches up, but only to a Naga illusion, not a real one. But they're keeping the Axe away so he can't Culling Blade. Innocence needs to get back to the Fountain, but he just can't reach it. The Naga burn. Will find that kill. Relocate was also on that spot, so it took Axe all the way home. 2 seconds, 1 second. Let's go back to the Radiant side of the base. TIO is able to get back to safety with that call, holding Faith in position. Good Shackle, holding PL back, but once again, they're losing too many cores. The Wind Ranger is flying back, and at this point, she has to use it. They're losing too many heroes here, Wings, not to mention their base. Melee and range strikes gone, Knife Shackle again onto Cuckoo, but these Shackles, there's just no follow-up. It's like a black hole with no damage at the moment. They lose again, now the Night Stalker. Run forward, no mana on a Medusa, and GG. They call it. 33 minutes into this game, TNC take game number 1 up against Wings.
Drow lineup too easy to play against apparently, and Wow, did TNC have a response to that draft?
Yeah, that they did. The PL and the Naga hit beautiful timing.
I was worried that they wouldn't have enough space creation, but because of the keeper to the